Greetings, Dan Halligan from Kanta Games, and welcome to a playthrough for Solo Estate Challenge. I get to show you my new camera setup where I don't torture you any longer with a shaky hand. Now, unfortunately, I have not upgraded my computer to enable Premiere Pro again. I need to do my video card and my RAM because I just completed submitting all files to Panda Games, and I couldn't risk having something go wrong and upgrade my computer in the middle of that process. So I'm going to do that in the next week, 10 days. But this is going to be a stream of consciousness. Now, I've already had a few abortive attempts because I began to become incoherent on something. It's just common for me. So I'm going to break this into like 4 videos of maybe 6 or 7 minutes a piece, just in order to be able to take a break from all the talking and the strategizing and present a little more of a coherent game. So this is going to be the setup and maybe the first round. And what are we playing? Solo Estate Challenge. To refresh you, Solo Estate Challenge is a sprint where there's 2 endgame conditions. To get to your tableau having 3 rows of 5 tiles all flipped over on the rose side. Now, don't be alarmed here that these don't quite line up. These are laser cut pre-production copies. They're not using my die cut, which are perfectly precise. And they cut them just a wee bit small, and so there's some gaps. Don't be alarmed by that. This is all a PPC materials here, so you're going to see a few rough edges. But when you have 3 rows of 5 tiles and all showing the rows on the back side, unless, of course, it's a monument or a service tile, then that and max reputation means you're done. Now, one of the problems is it's a sprint, and I want to finish by this turn. That's going to be the largest numeric value for me. Now, I've changed this round track. It doesn't have that 6 there anymore. It's a little more clear. And it also prints our target score, which is 132 on there. You're not seeing that. That's because this was a PPC copy from last year. But that's only 12 turns, and I'm going to have 15 tiles. Now, 2 of those will be service tiles that won't have to be flipped, but that's 13 I got to flip in 12 turns, which means I got to get busy with monuments in order to be able to finish on time. You also see here that we have little temporary markers. Again, this PPC did not have the final, which uses the backside of one of these family chits that are designed to claim milestones, which will have that information, so they will set there. And what they do, this, you'll see how the scavenging action works, but that basically manages the scavenging action. And so anyway, getting back to the end game condition, completed tableau, max reputation. At that point, the game ends and you compare your score with the base score modified by where you finish. If you finish early, you get bonus victory points. If you finish late, much more likely, you're going to lose 5 victory points per round that you miss your target deadline. And in this game, I'm using Howard from the Upstairs Downstairs expansion. Howard comes with a cook as a reminder. The cook allows you to invite guests that are up to 2 levels above your reputation. And a good draft move, there's a servant draft at the beginning. I'm going to try to keep this lean so I didn't recreate the draft. I'll do that in a different video. I chose the head housemaid, who allows you to screen, because I'm looking at this tile and I'm looking at her being able to allow me to look at 2 prestige guests and keep one of them. And that would enable me to maybe find a 3 or a 4 reputation level or prestige rating that I'll be able to use early in the game. So that's why I've gone and drafted with that in mind. So let's just jump in and get started. If things occur to me as I go, I'm going to back off a little bit here, and then I can pop in to look at cards like that. That's pretty cool. It uses my new iPhone with the 3 lenses, so I can go in and out. So if I run into anything, then I can go on a little tangent and bring you up to speed. So we're in the first round over there. remember, you get to purchase in Solo Estate Challenge, you get to purchase multiple tiles. So early on, I like to build my service engine very quickly. So I'm going to come in with these two guests. I'm wondering, can we zoom in on those? Hey, that's pretty good. So I'm coming in with these two guests. I'm going to provide service here. I'm going to use this here. So why am I using the cook? The cook's not inviting somebody with a reputation above my or a prestige rating above my reputation. But that doesn't matter because the cook always gives you one reputation. So why not take it? Because I'm not going to get to this tile for a couple turns, and look what I'm going to do. I'm going to get 600 pounds. So I'm going to take 600 pounds from the supply. And this 600 pounds, I'm going to buy multiple tiles. And the multiple tiles, you know what I'm going to buy. Everybody who's watched one of my videos knows that I like the servants' quarters nearly as much as I like my wife. This is just the best tile in the game, in my opinion. So I want that. That's 100 pounds. It's in the 300 stack. That's 400 of my 600. Now, that's going to go there. I can't go beyond, back out, I can't go beyond 3 tiles. I can purchase a 4th tile, but then I got to discard one of those 3 tiles. And let me tell you, discarding a tile is wasting rounds, and rounds will cost you. So it's sort of self-regulating. I don't want to have to toss something. So I'm in a tough spot, because really what I want to go with that is I want the butler's pantry. But I got 600. I don't have 800. I got that still room, but that's 700. See, I could get the brushing room for only 100 and bank 100. Man. You know what I'm going to... Normally I would buy multiple tiles. I'm just going to buy that one. I'm buying the servants' quarters for 100. That turn is over. I get the 1 reputation there. Don't forget that for my lovely cook. I flip 1 tile. I've got 1 flipped under the belt. So got that 200 pounds. Goes in my discard pile. It's my active hand. And I'm now done. The scavenging action happens. It's a 13. I come over here. It's 12 to 14. So let me give you a look at the scavenging action. It's 12 to 14. So the 13 falls in that stack. That's 12. That's the top one. Oh, and it takes the beloved smoking room. Now remember, I want to buy from these stacks as high value tiles as I can get when I flip them in my tableau. So I probably want to go a little higher than that, but occasionally, because of money, see, that's going to cost the same 700. But obviously, it's going to depend a little bit on what's happening with my family's reputation. So that's gone. So I'm going to back out here. That's gone. That goes back on top. So it's scavenged that smoking room. So that's how the scavenging action works. And we're now on to turn 2. So turn 2, I'm going to rotate service. I have to go with the village fair. Reason I have to go with the village fair is there's as many, even though this is a standard length game, as many as 3 village fairs if I just go over by 1, and that's highly likely. And so I'm going to come in here with some invites. I want to build up my active hand, and I'm going to come in here and protect myself here. She's going to give her the same screening function as her. So this is going to be the lady of the house. Well, look at that. Let me zoom in there. Pull that back a little bit. Now, in this game, American Heiresses take on a special place near and dear in my heart, because you need money. You need a money engine as good as he looks, and with the highest endgame victory points of any casual guest. I'm parting ways with him. She's going into my active hand. And then I have look at 2, keep 1 for her. And boy, some good guests. I'm going to discard him, and I'm going to take him. And that gives me a nice little muscle there. Both gentlemen, which makes me think that I should have probably got that brushing room, but 'tis what it is. So I now only have 200 to spend, and you know what? I am going to take that brushing room. I got a couple gentlemen in, both requiring service. I'm not going to fuss. Flip this back over. And I spent that 200. I spent 100 on the brushing room. Okay. Gonna scavenge now. We bring it along. 11. Now 11's right here. Let me come over here and show you this. I won't do this all the game long, but 11 is the third tile here. Now you might say, how do you get deeper? Well, it's got to eat its way in there. It's got to make multiple visits to this stack. Let me move that up there. See, that's the $600 space. So this is 9, 10, 11, and I had a backer tile that I really like. It's a nice, elegant tile. Bye. Sorry, that bums me out. Would have liked to have, might have gone after that. Okay, so that's that scavenging action. Let's come back here. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to stop right here at the 10-minute mark for the setup, and we've done a couple of rounds.